friendly neighborhood quarter guy here. You know something? Capcom confuses me sometimes. You see, at EVO, which is the premier fighting game tournament, and I happen to be a fan of fighting games, Capcom announced Ultra Street Fighter 4. Really, Capcom? Does Street Fighter 4 need another rehash? I mean, yeah, they're bringing in some stages from Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and yeah, they're bringing like 5 new fighters in, but I can't help but think that this is a cash cow that's being milked dry. On the other hand, Capcom also made some favorable announcements today. They announced that all of the remaining Game Boy Mega Man games, Mega Man 2 through 5 on Game Boy, as well as Extreme and Extreme 2, are coming to the 3DS Virtual Console. That makes me happy. We just don't know when. And also, they posted a reveal trailer today for a new Strider game. It looks friggin' awesome. It looks like great 3D graphics, 2D gameplay. It's coming to the PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, Xbox One, and Steam next year. It's being developed by Double Helix, which may give them a chance to redeem themselves, along with Killer Instinct, for some of the games that have been critically panned. Speaking of Virtual Console, I didn't get a lot of work done on the top 10 underappreciated gems, mainly because of 2 particular games. One is the original Shantae for the Game Boy Color, which was released on 3DS Virtual Console today. Tons of fun. And second, and the big one, Earthbound is now on Wii U Virtual Console. This came as a surprise, as I had expected Nintendo to drop a release date for something this significant. But, hey, it's Earthbound. I finally get to play Earthbound and see what all the fuss has been about. Anyway, I have made a lot of progress on top 10 underappreciated gems, so it will be out before the end of the month. That I can promise you. On to user questions then. First question comes from Spartamix Fan. He asks, what are the best and worst download exclusive games you've played? For the best, given my status as a fan of the series, Mega Man 9 is definitely my favorite. It is just plain awesome, and anybody who's played it, well, almost anybody who's played it, I guess, can attest to that. As for the worst, I'm a fan of the art style games, but there is one that I really don't like. It's the, I forget the name of it, but it's the slide puzzle one. I do not like slide puzzles. The Skykeep in Skyward Sword, I did not like that dungeon at all. And in Professor Layton games, I usually have to look at a walkthrough for the slide puzzles. I hate those with a passion. I'd have to look up the name of that art style game, but that is probably one of my least favorite. Another downloadable game that I really didn't like was Bitos for WiiWare. Not really, I didn't really enjoy it. So those are the downloadable titles that Mega Man 9's my favorite, and that art style game and Bitos are my least favorite downloadable games. Next question comes from AJustice90. He asks, will you ever do a countdown for the Mega Man Battle Network series? I would like to. For those of you who don't know what Mega Man Battle Network is, it is a spin-off of the Mega Man franchise that is an RPG set in an alternate timeline where internet pretty much controls everything, and not like it does today. I mean absolutely everything. And many bosses from the original Mega Man series were reimagined as sentient computer programs called NetNavis for this series. I would like to do a countdown on Mega Man Battle Network at some point, but there are a couple other countdown makers who also have that idea. I won't say who they are, but I will say that I would like to do the countdown if someone else doesn't beat me to it. Yes. Next question is DarkDramon2000. He asks, what is your favorite type from the Pokemon series and why? Tough question. I always try to keep Pokemon with a few certain types on my team. Water is one of those because it has a lot of type advantages over, well, several type advantages, like ground, water, and fire, and they usually have access to ice-type moves, which can take down flying types and dragon types. For some reason, I want to have an electric type on my team usually, such as Ampharos, Luxray, or Raichu. Some types I usually have for the utilities. I usually have a flying type on my team. I do like the appeal of the dark type, given the fact that Ragna is my mascot. Well, Pokemon's been around way before Blaze Blue, and even before Blaze Blue, Dark had a certain appeal to me. I'm a fan of the whole dark is not evil trope, but I can't really say that I have a distinct favorite type. Who knows? Fairy might become my favorite when Gen 6 comes out, but that's a long way off. Next question is from a repeat viewer. Poniel, aka the Beast in Heat, asks, what's your favorite Tales game? I believe this deserves some explanation. I have played 5 Tales games. The first I played was Symphonia on the GameCube. I really loved that one. Legendia on the PS2 I didn't like quite as much. It felt like a step backwards. Later I played the Game Boy Advance version of the first Tales game, Tales of Phantasia. I enjoyed that. Nice story, good characters. The fourth one I played was Tales of the Abyss. That was really good. Some of the characters there were extremely memorable. I really liked Luke's development throughout the game. And Jade Curtis is the perfect deadpan snarker. I love that guy. And the most recent one I've played is Tales of Vesperia. There was some really good character dynamic in that one, and some very memorable characters, and a decent plot. But of those 5, I think it's very close between Abyss and Vesperia. I'm leaning slightly towards Vesperia due to the character dynamics and some of the gameplay mechanics. However, at some point I'd like to play Tales of Graces F and Tales of Xillia. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to playing Earthbound.